Can we move out of the forward? Okay, cool. So let me just try to attach that. Where's Steve? Steve, awesome talk. So let me just try to append onto that. So my core belief is that the currency of the 21st century and the currency for having actually a good life is creativity, right? It's a superpower. It manifests itself in different ways. And so I've had a chance to teach at Stanford for 11 years. I lecture at UCSC all the time. And I don't promote do this or do that because I believe in Oscar Wilde. Everyone else is taken, you might as well be yourself. And so with that, aside from all the massive change that's going on, the disruption that AI is going to cause, creativity is really the currency of the 21st century. And it can manifest itself in unlimited ways. A poet, an entrepreneur, electrician, whatever that might be. So hallelujah to civilization. And so I'm going to show you that manifestation of what that creativity looks like tonight. So before I get started, we're under a massive paradigm shift. So let me just ask really quickly, how many people here use AI? How many people, keep your hand up if you've been using it for 3 months or more, 6 months or more, a year or more than a year. That's what makes Santa Cruz so great. So you're way ahead of the curve. And what we're going through right now is a radical transformation of how, whether it's your personal brand or your company brand, how do you show up, how do you get discovered in an AI world? So let me ask you, if anyone that's run a business or worked for a business, how important is it to get new customers? Yeah, it's really fucking important, right? So the point is that paradigm is shifting. For the last 25 years, Google went out, they printed money, they extorted all of us, they controlled the world, and basically your site got crawled, it got indexed, it got ranked, someone would type on Google or Bing, I'm looking for a shampoo for my 8-year-old Doberman who has a skin rash. What Google would do is show you a list of organic links and paid links. Hopefully somebody clicks on your link, they go to your site, hopefully they turn into a buying customer. That model is disintegrating, and you know that if you've been using any form of AI chat. What happens now is that people log on to their forms AI chat, they're not going to Google, they don't get a list of blue links, they don't have to do the work to go to a website and figure stuff out. Now I just ask my favorite AI chat, my 8-year-old Doberman, he's got a skin rash, what kind of shampoo? It decides who's going to show up in that answer. It doesn't go to your site, right? That's both a massive disruption and a massive opportunity that we're looking to solve today. So to show even more how dramatic that is, and the way my presentation will work tonight, I'm actually going to bring up a customer of my product, Doug's son, Neil. I can never stay in one place. Who happens to be an amazing musician and a customer, right? So what better way to show your product than have a customer do that, right? So in numbers, I'm just going to give you one figure. Just ChatGPT alone tonight, any given day, handles 1 billion prompts. And basically 25% of them are oriented around a vendor selection prompt. I live in Santa Cruz, I want solar. I'm looking for a local solar company that also does storage. So it's 248 million prompts a day just on ChatGPT on vendor selection. They're not going to Google, they're not going to blue links, they're not clicking on you. So I'm going to give out a prize tonight. In 1 second, if it's 248 million vendor searches in a day, how many is that in a second? And what I have is a lottery ticket that could be worth a lot of fucking money. 248 million, how many is that a second?
45 million.
All right, somebody lower than that.
12,000.
Closer, lower.
$1.
All right, close enough. LeBaron, I heard you say something. It's 2,840 vendor queries a second. That's what it means to get discovered and get new customers in the new AI world. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Neil. I think I've only taken a minute or so. The customer to take you through what we've done, and then I'm happy to stick around, show you a demo, and do all that cool stuff. Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
So hi, my name is Neil Erickson. You may know me as the offspring of one Doug Erickson. That's me. You also might know me from playing some music out there. So I've been the consumer of this product so far, and it all started off in Hawaii with Adrian right over here, my dad and Toby. I wonder if this thing will work. I'm going to go with the old school way. I'm going to go old school.
Okay.
Sorry. So it started off with us in Hawaii, and in between Mai Tais and surf and battling other people in the water. Toby, the subwitch is what we call him. Toby was hard at work 24/7. So he always has one AirPod in. Susan can attest to this. And he was pretty much on the phone call with the dev for creating this the entire time. So we learned so much, and it was great. And I was doing something completely different. And I was like, wow, this is such an amazing idea, and it's great to learn about it. And then I actually got to implement it for Santa Cruz Works. So Toby just addressed on this what the problem is, right? It's that it's scraping the wrong information. It's not getting what's true to your website. And this is Toby's amazing little guy, whatever. What do you call him?
Capsulor.
Capsulor. Right? This is Capsulor over here, who's eating the brand capsule, which is healthy, which is giving them the good information for these AI search engines to find. So it started out, in Hawaii, just hearing about it. A couple months later, in January, he's already got something for me to get my hands on. And I'm now helping out for Santa Cruz Works. So we went in and started off just with a Google Doc. And he's coming in, creating the brand capsule for us, and I'm working with Toby to then implement it onto the website. And it's really cool. We worked with the rest of the Santa Cruz Works team to make sure that the capsule itself, the information, the canonical data that he calls on the website is accurate. And then we embedded it onto the website. And then he get the first product back to me, where I actually got to see my hands on it. And we got these recommendations, which I went ahead and I got those done, the missing FAQ, everything. We were able to see a little increase there. It spotted the website gaps, and they also created questions for us right over here. However, all the questions that we had here said Santa Cruz Works in the name. It said, what is Santa Cruz Works and what do they do? Everything had Santa Cruz Works in the name, which wasn't necessarily what we wanted. It wasn't the information we wanted. It wasn't the people that we were trying to attract and people that we were trying to find in these search engines. And so I told Toby, I said, hey, well, this isn't the questions that we want. We want to have the right persona, the right people, the right market that we're trying to attack with these questions. So Toby, of course, in 2 weeks or something like that, him and one dev comes back, he's got it done already. So Toby then came back 2 weeks later, and he's created these personas for us that are all done by AI, and they're incredibly accurate, as you can see here. Early stage tech entrepreneurs seeking local accelerator support. That's exactly the type of person that Santa Cruz Works is looking to find in these search engine, the AI search engine. They're searching for us now. It's actually the right people. It's these great personas. And on top of it, even if these AI-generated personas weren't perfect, it gave us the ability to then add a new persona as well. On top of it, it added in the 3 different types of search engines that it was going through for AI. Gemini, Cloud, GPT. We're able to see we're at 14% mention rate in GPT, but we're the average position of number 1. And in Gemini, we're at 93% mention and 1.8 average position. So it shows us exactly the breakdown of all of the different models. And then on top of it, it gives us action plans. This is the one big thing that I told Toby 2 weeks before he brought all this was, well, this is great, this is a lot of information, but what do we do with it? What do we do? How do we fix all of this? And sure enough, again, 2 weeks in, you're able to see on specific questions. This one is best innovation ecosystem organizations in California Central Coast. It shows us the gap to number 1, who's showing up, Cal Poly, and then our top action for how we can actually rise up in those search results. So yeah, this is what, my mom says I'm going way too fast. So we'll slow down a little bit. I can hear her all the way over here. I'm used to performing. I can sing really well, so I guess I'm just rapping, I guess you could say. So anyway, it optimizes our AI search results. It raises the visibility for competitors. And right now, instead of having to shoot in the dark, right, as all these other people are, how do we increase this? How are we actually showing up in AI search engines? Toby's now created that. He's created that product, and it's really, really amazing to get our hands on it for Santa Cruz Works, and we're going to keep at it for the next year and continue on and see how far it'll take us. So, Toby, you want to say anything else?
Yes, I do. One last thing. So, my egalitarian self is going to finish this talk tonight. So, when my whole, I think, thesis right now here, what I'm trying to influence is that when you look at our species, I think we're the most advanced species on this planet. I think so, right? And so, the ethos for me is like, that comes with a huge responsibility. Are we creating more problems or more opportunities for future generations to come? That bothers me because I think we're creating more problems. That is a fuck situation, right? It's never going to get solved from the top down. Never in a million years, because people are just cashing checks. Basically, like, authority, lawlessness has basically replaced dignity, right? So in my little world, what I'm focusing on is like, how do we shift that paradigm where we actually get more opportunities than problems, right? Could be the littlest way, the medium way, and the big way. My goal with this thing here, ultimately, is that if you think about all of advertising, all the Fortune 500 companies, they have massive, massive cash marketing budgets that outstrip the smallest guy on the planet, right? And what I think AI really cares about is actually getting the question right. Google just wants to print money and extract as much money from your bank account as they can. So in my perfect world, the way AI works is that the better it answers questions, the more people will use it. So imagine if you got your algebra question wrong, you wouldn't use it, right? So unlike Google, which like, pay me more money, pay me more money, pay me more money, I think we have an opportunity here where like AI just wants to get it right. I don't have to list the Fortune 500 company. I can list a small company here in Santa Cruz, right? Like list the right fucking brand right at the end of the day, right? So in an egalitarian way, I think we actually have an opportunity here where like the little guy can win, the best brand can win, right? That's what I'm trying to do here. You can compete against a Fortune 10 company, an Amazon company, a Walmart company, because the shift is happening, right? And if I can help you represent your brand better, because again, what AI wants to do is answer the question well, right? And if I just work with Betty's Burgers. Really cool, like great burgers, non-GMO, they've been around for so long. Brandcapsule, what AI comes back with is fucking Burger Dot. They're not even here anymore. I went there, they sucked, right? They were in the West Side, they were in Aptos, and AI is showing them in the answer. That's fucked, right? So end of the day, trying to do something big, trying to solve a big problem, and hopefully we have an egalitarian world at the end of the day where like the best brand doesn't have to have the most money. Thank you.